Into this session, we're going to be looking to SAP Profile. We have two kind of profile. We have the default and the instance profile, just as you see here. Um, SAP profiles. We have the default profile and the instance profile, PAS and ASCS. These are the instance profile, two instance profile and one default profile that we have in the system. Let us navigate into it. If you actually go into your system, you want to go to your drive, you want to USR, you find the SAP, and you go to SIS, and this is here the profile. So this is the default profile, and these are the backup profile of the default. And this is the ASCS and PAS. This is again the instance profile, and this is default. Just open that up. You see the functionality, you see the detail of the default profile. And if you open the ASCS, ABAP Central Services, you can see this is the processes that it follows when you are starting up your SAP system. And for example, this is the SAP MMC. Just put it on the side. If you look into the MSCs, you can see that they are quite identical. That you look into ASCS, you look at the process, you see that the message server start first and then the enqueue follow the next. So the step-by-step process actually it goes first and pick up when you say starts. You start up with DEV, pick up the system, the instance with the development, which is that, and then it's gonna pick up the instance number, which is the instance number that you started, and eventually the ASCS instance, and it's gonna go straight. When you do that, it's gonna go straight to the directory and pick up, of course, the ESC root files. I think we spoke about that in a bit ago. If you just step back again a little bit, see the ESC, you see, you go here and you have this is where you have all the executables where the system pick the files from that you can see right here. So you copy the executable, and like we said before, it starts the message server. Yeah, this is the message server starter, and eventually it's gonna go to NQ and pick up the NQ server, and eventually conclude with yeah, SAP NQ server, and then eventually the system go green. So this is the process that it follows whenever you are starting the system. Where to find it? Well, back again, if you go to your Explorer, you wanna go to where you have your system, you go to USR. This is a Unix service resource, the meaning of that. You go to SAP and SID, SIS, and then you go to profile. This is where you have the profile setting. They are very essential because once you tamper with this profile, you might have issues as well. And then the second profile, the instance profile, is the PAS, which is the second one, that one here. This is the PAS and the processes. And we want to look into the work process of PAS. So if you go into PAS and double click on it, you want to open up with a notepad, then you see the processes that follow. Again, you pick up the SID and it takes up the instance number and go to the directory and take off the the ESC from the source we just mentioned before, the same process, and you copy the executables, and eventually it goes to the startup database. When the database gets started, then it goes to start application server, right? So this is a database actually. Before it does that, we can see here, these are some of the programs that are started behind the scene that you just can see here. And quickly just minimize that. But you can see here, you see the dialog work process. This is basically DAI, this is a dialog work process. There are 10 in numbers. So if you look in there, there are 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The dialog word process, you have the background word process, where basically you The background is the BTC 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there are um, um, one update, and you have update 1, and the second update is here. This update is actually whenever you do transactions, they update them in the system. It's like a backup to it. And you have spool, one spool, so everything is all complete. So you can see that these things are started in the system before you can go green. Then they start SAP application server, and it starts internet graphic server, right? And that's what happens. And eventually, the system will actually start up. So whenever there's any difficulties, you want to make sure that you don't want to change anything here. For example, let's say we want to try to play with the system a little bit by just going back to the work process. If you basically change the parameter to maybe 9, so 9, and you want to change this to 7, and we'll go over there and just save. Let's see what happens. Want to restart the system, require restart to get updated. So basically you want to go and restart the system. It's going to take a little while before it gets restarted again. So this is how we can actually figure out what is happening behind the scene, which makes, of course, this job extremely interesting. So let's get into, okay, now it will take a restart in a minute. And after the restart, you're going to see that it's been updated into 9, data work process 9, and the background job PTC will be 7. Now the ASCS is started, and we're waiting for the PAS to get started. It's the work process already started. Now we'll go to the work process table. Now we want to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, just as we have there. And the BTC is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah? Yeah, exactly 7. You see? And those are each 1, 1 each, right? So, we can see that whenever you tamper with the system, it's going to affect your system as well. You can also change your work process here if you want, but then you have to restart the system. It shows again it's very sensitive, so therefore we want to go back again and put it back again to where it used to be, 10 and 6. 6. You want to go to 5 and save, and eventually want to go back again and restart the system. Go for a restart. So yes. So this is what it is to. This is the tool profile, basically what we mean when we say, well, the profile parameters. So these are the true profile, SAP profile that we have, and it's quite interesting that we're able to cover those two. So I hope you definitely enjoy following through this process. If you have any question, please leave it in the comment section. Or if you have any other query or things you'd like to know more about SAP as a consultant in the business community, you can always leave your comment there, and subscribe as well. So thank you for being for watching the show, and yeah, see you in the next one.